Hello, just a quick video from me with some helpful advice to help you print your parts more easily. So usually what I do is use this place on face feature that helps you figure out a flat surface. But as you can see here, there really is not a uniform flat surface to print on. For example, this sort of would be one, but if we now see, you can see that it starts to be connected to the build plate here and there, and then only as we go down a bit you will have a sort of flat surface, but you cut a piece of the model. So this model is not suitable to print flat, so we need the supports all over the bottom. So I'm using PrusaSlicer, which has a paint on support feature. So what this does is, for example, if I paint here and now I slice it, then this part will have support material generated. Now these are 3 supports, and if you go to support material you can set it to organic, and those are the 3 supports. If you put it on grid it will look a little bit different, but I prefer the 3 supports. Why? Is because, for example, if we want to support this part, if we now use the grid support, then this may not be the most optimal support because likely will get stuck a little bit here inside. But if we set it to organic, you will see that the slicer will sort of figure out an optimal way to support it with like a very broad base, and then as you get higher up it will fragment into smaller sections and then support the whole quite optimized. So how to use this? If we remove it here, we can do it again. The brush shape, set it to circle. This helps prevent, well, I'll just show it. So if I put it on sphere, you have to imagine the cursor is now literally a sphere, so now it also paints on the inside. So if we put it instead on circle, now if we paint here, you will see that the back is clear. So what this helps us do is be very precise where the support should be. And then I'll show you. So this is much more precise, less wasted material. Set the brush size a little smaller, and then we can just go around the edge. So we need to do a little bit of cleanup here. And this will print just fine. Now, doing this by hand is a little bit time consuming, and there's actually a faster way. I will show you. So if you go to support settings and then auto generate support, it looks a bit weird, but as you can see it puts the same sort of support around the bottom, and it also starts to support these holes, and this is something we do not want. In other slicers we used to have support blockers, which was actually an easier way to do this, and instead of placing support blockers in every hole, what we can do is press the right mouse button instead. So instead of having the paint the support in, we paint the like the support blockers in, and now it should be good to go. So now when we have pressed support, you will see we have quite nice supports as well all around the bottom. There are some spots where he still wants to support the whole, but in general this will print very nicely. And with the support blocking paint method we have to be way less precise, takes less time. So hope this was useful, and happy printing.